Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
And today we are watching Oppenheimer. Now I hope it's pronounced Oppenheimer because we were debating whether it was Oppenheimer.
My logic was open is one P, so two P's you got to pronounce it differently, but I don't know. I'm not an English teacher.
We're just going to roll with it. Now, this is a relatively new movie. It only came out in 2023. I remember seeing it everywhere, all the rave. I was actually going to watch this with one of my mates, and then he had gone and watched it with someone else earlier.
I remember.
Yeah, and then I never got around to it.
Well, I never got around to it because it was a decently long movie, and I was like, going to the cinemas and watching a really long movie, I was like, I'll wait till it comes out, and then I never got around to it.
Especially with our bladders.
Yeah.
We urinate quite frequently. I was sort of neutral because, from what I understand, no expert here, but I think it was the creation. This is to do with the creation of the first atomic bomb, I think.
Okay.
Now, so I was neutral because the concept, I was like, okay, interesting. Not sure how it would go as an entire movie, especially a 3-hour one. So I was happy to sort of, if I watched it with someone cool or wait, I knew I'd get around to it at some point. Then people started requesting for it in the community.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are. You guys get to come on the journey with us.
Yeah. Now, the good news is it's a Christopher Nolan film, which is quite high praise because we have enjoyed him a lot as of late. So far, we've got Inception, Interstellar, and The Prestige.
Yes. So we've loved all of them.
Yeah. So we definitely really enjoy his writing. Now, I'm expecting this might be a bit more grounded because of the setting.
Again, not necessarily writing more direction, just clarification, because then people
know what I mean. And it is starring Cillian Murphy, I believe, which, you know, Stranger Things, as that concludes, we're starting Peaky Blinders. So it's kind of a cool timing because we're going to be entrenched in a bit of Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, that always happens with us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been funny the way that it's worked out a few times, but we don't... I think we saw him in Inception, and I think he plays the Scarecrow in the Batman Begins or Dark Knight. Anyway, one of those. He plays in one of those.
Oh, that's where I've seen him before.
Yeah. Other than that, I've not watched many things with him. So I feel like we get introduced. And you're right, on the channel we've had a few times where we're like, okay, here's this actor that you've seen and heard about but not very familiar with. Yeah. And now we get immersed in them. We're like, oh, okay, damn, now I see why you're like
that. Makes sense because I saw his face when Peaky Blinders was blowing up. And then, like, toward the later seasons, like, you just see him on posters and whatever. And then Oppenheimer comes out. And I'm like, oh, okay. So everyone's, like, really loving him at the moment. He must be, like, this new up-and-coming thing. No, he's been around for a while. He has. But
he definitely feels like he's been trending as of late. Yeah, like, since the late Peaky Blinders hype to the Oppenheimer period, I definitely seen this guy, like, talked about a lot more. Now, it's a pretty long movie. Just off 3 hours. So buckle up, because we're going to have a big journey ahead of us. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon for supporting the channel. If you want to get up to 4 weeks of early access to our reactions or to watch them uncut, we'll leave a link in the description down below.
And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the movie.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, damn. Is this at the end? I reckon in not Nolan style, this is the end of the movie. Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to man.
Okay.
For this, he was chained to a rock and tortured for eternity. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And then music, like, just building up.
Oh, man. What a way to start.
Wild.
Dr. Oppenheimer, as we begin, I believe you have a statement to read into the record.
Oh, damn. So this is like future.
It gives me
present.
Chernobyl vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
The so-called derogatory information in your indictment of me cannot be fairly understood except in the context of my life and my work.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who'd want to justify their whole life?
You weren't there?
As chairman, I wasn't allowed to be. Are they really going to ask about it? It was years ago.
4 years ago.
5.
Damn.
When they bring up Oppenheimer, you answer honestly. No senator can deny you did your duty. It'll be uncomfortable. Who'd want to justify their whole life?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he just said to him?
I thought Berkeley had the leading theoretical physics department.
Apparently not.
Once I built it.
Oh, damn.
I love it.
I was homesick, emotionally immature, troubled by visions of a hidden universe.
What do
Damn,
you mean?
man.
What the
Trippy
hell?
for a grounded movie. This is like... I love the way they're presenting this.
What's all this? Like...
Royce Oppenheimer. Have you had any sleep?
What's happening to him?
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, no, you.
Niels Bohr. Which one knew who that was?
those plates.
Nah.
Taking the piss out of him.
That's a robbery. What does the green apple signify?
Like a potassium what?
Cyanide.
Oh,
Will he put it in the
damn.
apple?
No way!
Does he actually do that?
Oh, shit.
I'm never eating an apple again.
Yeah, no. He's very eager.
Very eager student, yeah. I think this is how his brain works.
Yeah, like these scenes.
Yeah.
Trying to like understand all the...
Yeah, it's like similar to my brain.
Please. That was a horse.
Is he gonna try and take the apple back?
You can lift the stone without being ready for the snake that's revealed.
You don't say.
Don't eat the apple. I'm nervous.
Göttingen.
Born.
Get to Germany,
What?
study under Max Born.
So he did go to Germany. That's why
Yeah.
his German names.
I'll send word.
Wormhole.
Oh, thank God.
Algebra's like sheet music. The important thing isn't can you read music, it's can you hear it.
I like it.
Oh, wow.
I like it. This guy's good. His other lecturer is like, ugh.
So
Like
cool.
he's seeing like the particles in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see why it keeps him up at night.
Wow. It's fascinating the way they're presenting his mind to us visually.
Admiral Strauss, I'm interested in your relationship with Dr. J. Robert Oppenheimer. You met him in 1947?
Correct.
I think that's just post-World War II.
Welcome to the Institute. I think you'll be very happy here. Yes, well, you'll love the commute. The position comes with that house for you and your wife and your 2 children.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
What an upgrade.
I've always wondered why you didn't involve him in the Manhattan Project. Greatest scientific mind of our time.
Of his time.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Is that meant to be Einstein? Is that what
Yeah.
they were saying? Yeah, okay.
He did a good job. Kind of looks like him.
Albert. What was that?
What was that?
There are things in my past you ought to be aware of.
Well, as chairman of the AEC, I have access to your security file. I've read it.
You're not worried.
What is in his past?
You are the man for the job.
They really want
I'll
him.
consider it. I'll see you at the AAC meeting tomorrow.
He's very like sure of himself, isn't he?
Even when the offers are here, he puts himself here.
A Yank lecturing on the new physics. This I have to hear. I'm an American myself.
How surprising.
Let me know if you need any help with the English.
De botsing tussen en alfa delta en en atom fremgefundet fossile energien, der forbindinges op en
Oh,
What's he
okay.
saying?
Oh, shit. Now the Americans know.
Hey, let me know if you need any help, hey?
How do you know Dutch?
Well, I thought I'd better learn it when I got here this semester.
You learned enough Dutch in 6 weeks to get a lecture on quantum mechanics.
That's
Jumped
crazy.
myself.
Absolutely
Damn.
crazy.
This is German you have to seek out.
Heisenberg.
Right.
Heisenberg!
Bring me my man.
Walter White's face appears.
Say my name.
Oppenheimer, yes. I liked your paper on molecules.
Man's famous, hey?
I have to get back to America.
Why? There's no one there taking quantum mechanics seriously.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
He's very driven,
He
very
is,
locked in on
isn't he?
his goals.
Did you ever encounter Heisenberg again?
Not in person, no, but you might say our paths crossed.
Yeah.
I'm teaching something no one here has dreamt of. But once people start hearing what you can do with it,
There's no going back.
I love his enthusiasm. Like, he's got a positive spin on everything.
Yes, this is it. Please, take a seat.
That'd be so awkward. You're the only student in the class.
You have to answer all the questions, put your hand up for everything.
Quantum mechanics says it's both. How can it be both?
It can't.
It can't. But it is. It's paradoxical, and yet it works.
Man, where were those teachers, man?
I know.
I'd be the next Einstein if I had teachers like that.
I don't know, love.
You shouldn't let them bring their politics in the classroom, Bobby.
I wrote that. Lawrence, you embrace the revolution in physics. Can you see it everywhere else?
Yeah, he sees it all over his world, really.
Dr. Hawkins
Is she pulling you by the freaking tie? What the hell?
Pleasure. This is my little brother Frank, and this is
Still Jackie.
Hello, still Jackie.
But baby. Still Pudgey.
Robert here says he's not a communist.
Well, then he doesn't know enough about it.
Oh, I've read Das Kapital, all 3 volumes. Does that count?
It would make you better read than most party members.
It's turgid stuff. There's some thinking. Ownership is theft.
Property.
Property?
Property, not ownership.
I'm sorry, I read it in the original German.
Showing off a little bit.
I'm committed to thinking freely about how to improve our world.
I like that
Limit
line.
yourself to one dogma.
I like that line too.
Yeah.
Do you always tell the party line?
I
Yes.
like my wiggle room too.
Oh!
God damn. That quickly?
Right into it. Far out.
Shit.
They were pretty much flirting with science and ideas.
What's this?
Sanskrit.
You can read this?
I'm learning.
He's learning everything.
Damn.
Read the words.
Is this how we have seducing
I
him?
am become death.
And now I am become death.
Destroyer of worlds.
What the hell?
Well, the super intellectual among us have a different way of doing sex, eh?
Yeah, I know. Far out.
It's interesting because on the one hand he talks about building, but then now it's sort of leading to destroying. It's
Yeah,
a blurred
destroy
line.
worlds.
Be like I could see one of those dark stars that you're working on.
You can't. It's the whole point.
Shots fired.
It's like a kind of hole in space.
Oh wow, that's how he sees it.
I thought if I could find a way to combine physics and New Mexico, my life would be perfect.
When I was a kid, I just thought about my next Pokemon game.
But I feel like you always think about ways to make the world a better place, you know, in your weird ways.
Bombard it with neutrons.
It's a nuclear fission. They did it. They split the atom.
It's not possible.
Oh wow, imagine that at that time. It's like, wow, this thing that
Can't be done.
the masses it can't be done.
Very elegant. Quite clear. There's just one problem.
Where?
Next door.
It happened.
They did it.
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
You, me,
I'm thinking it
every
too.
other
I
physicist
don't think you
around the world
are.
I've seen you use.
I'm just what? What are we all thinking?
That's us.
Bomb.
I told you, Robert, no more fucking flowers.
A bomb to flowers, far out.
I don't want anything from you.
Well, you say that and then you call.
Well, don't answer.
He's very conflicted.
I'll always answer.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh,
That's a nice
he's so
answer.
cute.
Fine. Just no more flowers.
You're not coming?
Oh, what is going on here? She did say she's not simple, but
Oh, Harlan, our paper, it's in print.
You've been upstaged.
City's bombed, right?
Can you explain quantum mechanics to me? Seems baffling.
Yes, it is. Well, this glass, this drink,
He literally sees it everywhere.
it's mostly empty space. Groupings of tiny energy waves bound together.
By what?
Forces of attraction strong enough to convince us that matter is solid. It's not my body passing through yours.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Damn.
And a good pickup line.
I know. The power of science, This man's making moves.
You're married to Dr. Harrison.
Not very.
Not very married.
You know, I'm going to New Mexico, to my ranch with friends. You should come.
Oh, damn. Already making moves.
Yes, you did. Because you know it won't make a bit of difference.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of layers in the writing here. There's so much going on.
Oh,
The romance
damn.
is so weird. Like,
Yeah, I know.
man, it moves very quickly.
At least you didn't bring me flowers.
So he told her the truth then. And bought her flowers.
You think the rules don't apply to the golden boy?
Brilliance makes up for a lot.
Doesn't alienate the only people in the world that understand what you do. One day you might need them.
And I'm assuming that day
Yeah.
came.
Heavy discussions, man.
What do any of you have in common with farm laborers and dock workers?
Plenty.
Everybody out. No!
I didn't even get to answer.
So the politics are really causing friction between them.
It's a trade union.
Filled with communists.
So I haven't joined the party.
They won't let me bring you onto the project because of this shit.
Oh, damn.
The next time you're coming home from a meeting, why don't you take a look in the rearview mirror? Listen to
He's
the
getting
sounds
followed.
of the phone line and stop being so goddamn naive.
Yeah, wow.
Why would they care what I do?
Because you're not just self-important, you're actually important.
He does care about him.
Imagine that realization though. Not self-important, you're actually important.
But how would Borden have access to Oppenheimer's security file?
Because somebody gave it to him.
Who and why?
Somebody who wanted Robert silenced.
Yeah, who's working behind the scenes?
His opinions on the atom became definitive, and he wasn't always patient with us mere mortals.
Yeah, he didn't help his case.
Look at this man who saw so much be so blind.
I mean, it's pretty simple, isn't it? You're too consumed with everything around you, you're not really seeing out here.
She drinking and the baby's
Yeah.
crying? The hell?
Shouldn't you go to him?
He's been crying.
To him all fucking day.
Oh, damn. Man has not had luck with women.
I'm ashamed to ask.
Anything.
Take Peter.
Sure.
No, for a while, Hook. A while.
His child, just like that?
You see beyond the world we live in. There is a price to
Yeah,
be
he's
paid
not
for that.
wrong, man.
Of course, we'll help you.
Ah, damn. You're kind of like free, but you're also like confined to this. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a weird concept, isn't it?
Yep. You're caged to your intelligence in a way.
We're putting together a group to study
We
feasibility.
shouldn't be doing anything. You should. Lawrence won't get this done. Or Tolman or Robbie. You will.
So she's alienating him, whereas the other girl said not to alienate yourself
Yeah,
from those who
that's
understand
true.
you.
That's true.
Dr. Oppenheimer. I'm Colonel Groves. This is Lieutenant Colonel Nichols. Have that dry clean.
Oh, damn. Okay, then.
You're a dilettante, a womanizer, a suspected communist.
I'm a New Deal.
Oh my goodness. Even womanizer in the files.
Unstable, theatrical, egotistical, neurotic.
Nothing good, no. Not even he's brilliant, but
Far out.
yet here you are. You don't take much on trust.
I don't take anything on trust.
Okay, alright.
Interesting. He wants to decide for himself.
Yeah, what do you say for yourself?
Somebody with your past doesn't want to be seen downplaying the importance of security from our communist allies.
Point taken, but
Yeah, point taken.
You don't get to say no to me. It's my job to say no to you when you're wrong.
Oh, man.
Great discussions, dude.
I know.
Oppenheimer couldn't run a hamburger stand.
I couldn't,
I like that acknowledgement.
but I can run the Manhattan Project.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, damn.
Isn't it crazy? You can't do simple things, but you can do the most, like,
Yeah.
extravagant.
Reminds me of Sheldon in Big Bang Theory.
We'll need a school, stores, a church. Why? If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best. If you want security, build a town, build it fast.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of money pouring into this.
Nothing. 40 miles. Any direction. I have to find the perfect spot. For success.
He's just taking control of his operation real quick.
I know. What for? Success. So simple.
Niels Bohr's in Copenhagen. Under Nazi occupation, did they stop printing newspapers?
Oh, it's Huey.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
For a year or 2 or 3.
Or 10.
Why would you think I'd do that?
Why? Why? How about because this is the most important fucking thing that ever happened in the history of the world? How about that?
That's one way to put it.
Should convince him enough.
This is a national emergency. I've got some skeletons. They put me in charge.
Yeah, sure.
They need
That's
us.
his first student, isn't it?
Until they don't.
Until they don't.
I'm not coming here, Robert.
He's like, what? What'd you
Sorry,
say?
what?
You drop a bomb and it falls on the just and the unjust. I don't wish the culmination of 3 centuries of physics to be a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon. But I know the Nazis can't.
Damn, what a
It's a race
heavy
against
burden.
time, isn't it?
Take off that ridiculous uniform. You're a scientist.
Yes.
Rose is insisting we join.
Tell Groves to go shit in his hat. They need us for who we are.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. You shouldn't really conform.
I like it. The hat of the pipe is a good look.
Might have to get you one.
No arguments there. The music's really telling too. This is very nice.
Do them yourself while I go to Princeton.
What for?
To talk to Einstein.
Well, there's not much common ground between you two.
Well, there's about to
Get
be.
his view.
That's why I should get his view. I like that.
Point of no return, massive explosive force. But this time, the
I wonder what he
reaction
thinks of
doesn't
it.
stop.
It would ignite the atmosphere.
Okay, so this is where we go from bomb to atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Detonate an atomic device, we might start a chain reaction that destroys the world.
Oh my god. How scary would that be?
If the truth is catastrophic.
Then you stop and you share your findings with the Nazis. So neither side destroys the world.
Oh, dude. Dude. That's a responsible way of
yours,
looking at it.
Not mine.
Yeah, that's what his hands dirty with that.
Till they actually detonate one of these things, the best assurance you're going to get is this. Near zero.
Yeah, near zero is not good enough. Not with this stuff.
Theory will take you only so far.
Oh my god, they have to test it.
Apparently, the government's not sharing any research with the Russians. Well, he said most scientists think the policy is stupid.
Interesting. The non-sharing of information.
He mentioned that if anyone had anything they wanted to pass on, going around official channels, that he could help.
Oh, we're trying to entice him to leak some intel.
I just thought you should know.
The brat is down.
The brat.
Martinis.
Oh my
Damn, she
god.
really doesn't love her child. Oh, it's like a nice cozy little home. I like it.
Oh my god, the way she's just like, ugh.
Yeah, nah, she ain't great. Not with kids anyway.
The bomb will need a... Sorry. Gadget will need a 33-pound sphere about this size.
Oh, they're gonna be careful with every word they say.
Here's the amount of uranium Oak Ridge refined all of last month.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Are we boring you, Edward?
A little bit, yes.
Oh.
Instead of uranium or plutonium, we use hydrogen.
Oh, damn.
We compact the atoms together under great pressure to induce a fusion reaction. Then we'll get not kilotons, but megatons.
Damn.
The Russians have a bomb. We're supposed to be years ahead of them, but what were you guys doing at Los Alamos? Wasn't security tight?
Oh, so the information leaks, maybe?
Meet the British contingent.
Dr. Oppenheimer. Klaus Fuchs.
How long have you been British?
Since Hitler told me I wasn't German.
That's a fair answer.
We were in a race against the Nazis.
And now the race is against the Soviets.
Not unless we started.
Robert, they just fired a starting gun.
Man, see what happens when you don't follow protocol?
Our security was tight, as former Colonel Nichols well knows.
Our security was as tight as it could be given the personalities involved, but attempts were made.
Oh, shit. Shots fired, man.
Doesn't matter who I associate with, I don't talk about those secrets.
Yeah, he's a very, like, keep to yourself kind of man.
Because his wife's there in the background. She still throws the flowers to me.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because you're a communist.
Are you straight up with her?
He is, yeah.
She was extremely unhappy.
Did you find out why she had to see you?
Oh, damn. Naked there.
That's an interesting shot. Oh my god, what is this scene?
Oh my god. That's what she's just imagining there.
Yeah, wow. Damn, he knows his wife's right behind him as he answers these.
How hard is that to admit?
You asked me to come. And I'm glad I did. But I can't see you again.
Damn, that'd be like pretty
But what
hard.
if I need you?
She's really like dependent on him, it seems.
You said you would always answer.
Oh, he did say those words. He did. Shit. What is that? But what were those flashes then?
I don't know. Did she, I feel like she might have killed herself. I don't know.
Kitty, I didn't say anything that I hadn't already told you.
Today you set it to history, didn't you?
This is a closed hearing.
Oh my goodness.
Why won't you fight?
Okay.
Interesting.
I get her perspective, but I think it's a little more complicated than that.
You met Colonel Pash? Colonel Pash, could you please read from your memo dated June 29, 1943?
Why are they hiding his face?
When Pash first heard about Lomanitz, he told the FBI he was going to kidnap him, take him out on a boat, and interrogate him in the Russian manner.
Oh, damn.
Man has no chill.
Pash made it clear he had no intention of leaving any witness left to prosecute. Now, the FBI talked him down, but that's the man you're dancing with.
Oh, damn.
Shit,
Okay.
he's a bit of a loose cannon.
Frankly, I can see that there might be an argument for the commander-in-chief informing the Russians they're our allies, after all, but I don't like the idea of it going out the back door.
Oh, what happens to his friend? I'm worried.
I was attempting to give them Eltonton without opening a can of worms. I told them a cock and bull story.
Oh, man.
Obviously it didn't work.
When did you receive the name?
I was gone by the time Oppenheimer finally offered it up.
Gone.
They felt my time would be better spent in Europe determining the status of the Nazi bomb project.
Who did?
Yeah, who?
General Groves.
Oh.
And that was him protecting him. Right.
Okay.
Interesting.
Early Christmas present for you all?
Oh, they got him.
Interesting. Okay.
Is it big enough
to end the war?
To end all war.
Oh, damn.
Heisenberg sought me out in Copenhagen. It was chilling. My old student working for the Nazis.
Yeah, that would be strange.
The power you're about to reveal will forever outlive the Nazis. And the world is not prepared.
Yeah, genuine concerns.
This isn't a new weapon. It's a new world. I'll be
Oh,
out there doing what I
shit.
can, but you are an American Prometheus. The man who
Damn.
gave them the power to destroy themselves. And they'll respect that.
Yeah, remember at the start?
I'm sorry, Oppie, but there's a call. From San Francisco.
Oh, is that going to be to do with Jean?
Jean, maybe. What happened? She hurt herself.
Oh, shit.
Your father called. He found her yesterday in the bath.
Yeah, damn.
Far out.
There was chloral hydrate in her blood.
Oh, look at her, man.
Oh, hang on. Someone killed her. See the hand?
No, but she's...
I saw a hand there.
We were together.
I saw
She needed me.
He feels responsible. Look at him, man.
Yeah, I get
it's
that.
Heartbreaking.
You don't get to commit the sin, and then have us all feel sorry for you that it had consequences.
I mean, not the best thing you could have said right after.
Oh no, but she's not wrong as well.
2 viable bombs. I need a date. September. July.
How are you going to push forward the date of a bomb? Like, you don't want to fuck this up.
Tests in July. But I need my brother.
He's still asking for his brother.
He brought a known former communist onto America's most secret and important defense project.
I knew my brother could be trusted.
Yeah, because of the former part, but...
What are we estimating?
In a medium-sized city, 20 or 30,000 dead.
That's still crazy, even when you're thinking about those numbers.
A pillar of fire, 10,000 feet tall. Deadly neutron effects for a mile in all directions from one single device.
Yeah.
It would be definitive. World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
I get it. I get what you're playing at, but...
We intend to demonstrate it in the most unambiguous terms. Twice. Once to show the weapon's power, and a second to show that we can keep doing this until they surrender.
We have a list of 12 cities to choose from.
Damn.
Sorry, 11. I've taken Kyoto off the list due to its cultural significance to the Japanese people.
Okay,
Look
so
at
even
how
that's
they make...
consideration.
I know, but even look how they're making the decisions. It's crazy.
The Japanese people will not surrender, under any circumstances, short of a successful and total invasion of the home islands.
Damn.
Yeah. I remember learning about this part of history.
How open can we be with the Soviets?
Secrecy won't stop the Soviets from becoming part of the atomic world.
We've been told they have no uranium.
Yeah, you've been told lots of things, hey.
The Potsdam Peace Conference in July will be President Truman's last chance to have that conversation. Can you give us a working bomb by then?
Damn, July, he said, didn't he? And July was meant to be the test.
Are those safe distances?
Based on your calculations.
Time to stand behind your science, Hans. Literally.
Yeah, I know. Far out. You don't want to make a mistake. Oh, don't have me on the project. I will be killing you all with my maths. How careful you have to be.
Go on the night of the 15th. It's a hard deadline. So if anyone has anything, speak now.
Oh my goodness. I'd be stressing. I feel stressed now. The music has me like tense.
I'll send a message. If it's gone our way, take in the sheets.
What does that even mean if it's gone our way?
As in, it was successful, I'm assuming? A moment alone with his baby.
Freddy's calling to tell you the implosion test failed.
Hello, Hans.
It failed.
If we fire these detonators,
Really?
and they
Like,
don't
but it
trigger a
failed.
reaction, 2 years worth of plutonium will be scattered across White Sands.
A month on my
Oh,
salary against
shit.
Hellbox. Says it likes.
Fuck, he's so sure. He's that sure.
Let's get to stock observation. Pull them out. We can make our determination there.
How nervous would you be being the guys that are right next to it? Oh my god.
That and the one making the decision.
It'll break before dawn. How could you know that? I know this desert. Storm cools overnight. Just before dawn, storm breaks.
Well, let's hope he's bloody right.
Man, that's for everything.
3 years, 4,000 people, $2 billion.
Wow.
If it doesn't go off, we're both finished.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
What did Fermi mean by atmospheric ignition? Well, we had a moment where it looked like the chain reaction from an atomic device might never stop.
Yeah.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Nothing in our research
Oh,
over 3 years
man.
supports that conclusion.
But there's a chance.
Chances are near zero.
Near.
Near zero.
How are we even doing the... Oh my god.
0 would be nice.
Yeah, it would be.
Now,
What's he putting on his face?
Stop the UV. Both stop
Oh,
for glass.
wow.
And what stops the glass? He goes...
Try not to blow up the world.
Damn.
We could have started with that.
Watch that needle. If the detonators don't charge, when the voltage drops below 1 volt, you hit that button, you abort. Understood?
Understood.
Very specific.
That's a very big job. Wow.
Do not turn around until you see light reflected on the hills.
Oh my god.
Then look at the explosion only through your welder's glass.
Oh my goodness. I'm so scared.
Oh, nerves would be so high.
Why isn't he putting his glasses on?
Said the glass protects him, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd be taking every precaution. Yeah, that's the last time you look back.
10, 9.
Oh, he's so nervous. What?
What's he
what are you
doing?
doing? He wants to go see it.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, wow, man.
Oh,
wow.
Dude. The silence is kind of eerie. I reckon the sound will be delayed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
And you're doing that. That's like, there's no people there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
He's
you're
gotta
about
hope this thing stops at some point.
Yeah. You're dropping this on thousands, billions of people.
Not billions of people, but
Millions.
thousands, you were correct.
Thousands. Save me in math.
I'm pretty sure they said that was like 10 kilometers away or something. Very far away.
And now I am become death,
There's that line again.
the destroyer of worlds.
Fucking hell.
Damn, that was nice timing with the explosion.
Oh, fuck. My heart.
It worked.
I
Kind
kind
of
of
a
feel
scary conclusion, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I feel stunned like he does. Well, I'm assuming that's what he feels. For his face. They're all celebrating because I get it, 3 years of your work went something, but
Oh, it's a weird scenario, isn't it? Like everyone's smiling and happy, and I get that too, but then you also know what's about to come.
yeah, like practically what that successful bomb meant.
Charlotte, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, well, I don't know. He just said to tell you to bring in the sheets.
Yeah, because really, she's not really meant to know.
Yeah.
Right?
If they detonated too high in the air, the blast wouldn't be as powerful.
With respect, Dr. Oppenheimer, we'll take it from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as they don't need him, they said, what after that? Until they don't.
Should I come with you to Washington?
There's no, like,
What for?
control now.
Well, you'll keep me informed.
Yeah, like you've had the project and there you're just done.
As best I can. So it's not even like, yeah, 100% you'll stay in the loop. Jean was right.
The fact that we built this bomb does not give us any more right or responsibility to decide how it's used than anyone else.
He keeps going back on that, doesn't he?
Charlotte? Try Groves.
He's waiting and waiting and waiting.
16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima.
Yeah, damn, that was the first one.
It's been a long road.
I think one of the wisest things I ever did was when I selected the director of Los Alamos.
Oh, now he's getting all the, like, congratulations and recognition. And this is what he keeps hearing, remember? It's weird how the scenes play into each other in his, like, thoughts.
Yeah.
It's too soon to determine what the results of the bombing are.
Yeah. He's not coping.
But I'll bet the Japanese didn't like it.
He's definitely a showman when he needs to be. You can hear the screams. You hear that scream?
Yeah, I think he weighs heavy on his conscience. Heavy on his heart, like he said.
I just wish we had it in time to use against the Germans.
Wow,
He knows what to say, even though he's in all sorts. Wow, it's giving him like PTSD.
Oh, dude, look at the oh. That's wild.
Wow.
They're all like celebrating happy and whatever. It's war, right? So
That's a body.
was it?
Yeah. Like turned to ash. Damn, it's an interesting paradox they've created there.
It was all about the science initially, but now it's like, okay, the reality.
When theory goes to practicality, it's very different.
Dr. Oppenheimer? Dr. Oppenheimer? Nice picture. President Truman will see you now.
It's confronting because he's so celebrated for it, but he's obviously not coping well with it.
Your invention let us bring our boys home.
Well, it was hardly my invention.
Oh, okay. Doesn't want the credit.
Dr. Oppenheimer, if what you say about the Soviets is true, we have to build up Los Alamos, not shut it down.
Oh, yep. That's gonna go way beyond him.
That's where it never stops.
I feel that I have blood on my hands.
And not just this scenario either.
Was gonna give a smart response.
Yeah, that is the smart ass response. Wipe your hands clean.
They care who dropped it.
And that's on his hands.
I did.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh, he's taking
okay.
accountability.
I mean, that's good for his conscience, but really, like, he did participate. There's no two ways about that.
Don't let that crybaby back in here.
Oh, man.
Oh my god!
By the time I met him, he fully embraced his father's bomb reputation. He used his profile to influence policy.
Right, okay. Works with it, not against it.
His brother was blacklisted by every university in the country.
Oh, wow.
Loaded his work on the railroad, laying track.
Damn. All from scientists.
Klaus Fuchs, the British scientist that you put onto the implosion team at Los Alamos, turns out he was spying for the Soviets.
So there was a spy, confirmed.
America and Russia may be likened, but they are different.
16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima.
16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima. 16 hours to 2 scorpions in a bottle, each capable of killing the other, but only at the risk of his own life.
It's a good way of putting it.
That was the last straw for Robert's enemies.
So he had to lose his security clearance.
And with it, his credibility.
Damn.
Wow, they can't control him, they destroy him.
J. Robert Oppenheimer, Sphinx-like guru of the atom. Nobody knows what you believe.
Yeah, I know.
Do you?
This guy's always sweating.
I don't even think he knows what he believes right now. Like, his mind is just scrambled and he's kind of going with it.
If atomic weapons are to be added to the arsenals of a warring world, then the day will come when people will curse the name of Los Alamos.
Yeah.
What's the caption? J. Robert Oppenheimer, Straws fought and the U.S. won.
That'll work.
Those were your words from the other day.
We needed to pivot.
But how would you know what Time magazine was gonna write?
Henry Luce is a friend.
Ooh, okay. Connections.
You've been far ahead all along.
Survival in Washington is about knowing how to get things done.
He's a tricky man.
Why get caught holding the knife yourself? I'm beginning to think Borden was holding the knife for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Borden, when we all know that it's Strauss.
Lewis brought me to
Interesting.
And then you humiliated him in front of Congress.
But more useful than a sandwich.
Okay, it's making sense now. Making sense.
We need a systematic destruction of Oppenheimer's credibility so he can never again speak on matters of national security.
Oh my goodness.
You write up an indictment and tell Oppenheimer his security clearance is not be renewed, but offer him the chance to appeal.
So they set him up the whole time.
No audience, no reporters, no burden of proof.
No burden of proof.
Damn, man. One big setup.
What is it you said? This is just how the game is played.
Well, forgive my naivete.
Yeah, far out.
Take my car and driver, I insist.
What the hell? Hang on. Is he?
I have to consult my lawyers, Lewis.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
But don't take too long. I can't keep Nichols at bay.
Pretending to be his ally. Oh my god.
Do you think he knows and we're gonna like flip it?
The document is classified, Mr. Garrison.
I think we should
Oh,
get back to
mate.
first-hand information.
This is firsthand.
How so, Roger?
Yeah, they're throwing him in the deep, man. It's absolute bullshit.
Is this proceeding interested in entrapment or in truth? If it's truth, where's the disclosure?
Yeah, exactly.
Prior to the writing of the letter, did you discuss the writing of the letter with anybody attached to the Atomic Energy Commission?
I did not.
Ah, Snake.
More probably than not, J. Robert Oppenheimer is an agent of the Soviet Union.
Oh my god.
Is anyone ever going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
We will now hear
You are, boy.
Dr. David Hill.
Wow.
Will Hill tell the truth? How frustrating would that be?
Most of the scientists in this country would prefer to see Mr. Strauss completely out of government.
Oh, okay.
The Oppenheimer matter was initiated and carried through largely through the animus of Louis Strauss.
Oh, you're getting caught
Oppenheimer
out there,
made
love.
mincemeat out of Strauss's position on the shipments of isotopes to Norway, and Strauss never forgave him this public humiliation.
Wow, he's calling it all out.
Under the current AEC guidelines, would you clear Dr. Oppenheimer today?
Oh yeah, we're getting the answers to all these questions. I forgot about all these.
Under my interpretation of the Atomic Energy Act, which did not exist when I hired Dr. Oppenheimer in 1942.
Yeah, he's been quite clear about that.
I would not clear him today if I were on the commission.
Yeah, it's something that didn't exist. What a stupid...
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want to leave this board with any suggestion today that you're here questioning his basic loyalty to the United States and the operation of Los Alamos?
By no means.
That's a good clarification.
Did you have a Communist Party membership card?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Yes is the answer. Didn't they meet at that party?
Well, she got more to say. She's silent.
It was also very long ago.
Not really.
Long enough to have forgotten.
Did you return the card or rip it up?
The card whose existence I've forgotten?
Your Communist Party membership card.
Haven't the slightest idea.
Oh, she shaped up like that. That's what I was waiting for.
She wants to fight. Here's her opportunity.
Did you know this money was going into Communist Party channels?
Don't you mean through?
Pardon?
I think you mean through Communist Party channels, don't you?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh!
Look at her go.
You understand what I'm getting at?
I do.
She's destroyed him.
I don't like your phrase.
Oh,
having
she's a
anything to do
pudgy.
with the Communist Party, because Robert never had anything to do with the Communist Party as such.
Dude, she's coming guns blazing.
You can't prove the goddamn
I think you
thing.
might be able
certainly
to.
can't prove that I gave the file to Borden.
We're not in court, sir. There's no burden of proof.
Yeah, true. You don't need to convince.
They're throwing him off. Look at him. He's doing all sorts.
Oppenheimer poisoned the scientists against me right from that first meeting. I don't know, but Oppenheimer said
Oh, yeah, that was his perception, remember? Oh, no, what was actually said.
Yeah, wow. From back here?
He wanted to be the man who moved the Earth. He talks about putting the nuclear genie back in the bottle.
That's not at all what he was saying.
No.
I think this man's greed has made him paranoid.
He'd do it all over. Why? Because it made him the most important man who ever lived.
But look at the guilt he went through.
How many were killed or injured?
Oh,
70,000.
man.
70,000.
Far out,
and
man.
110,000 in both.
On the day of each bombing.
Oh, shit.
That's
That's
a
a lot of people.
lot.
120,000 dead at least.
Dang.
All scruples about that.
100%.
Would you have been opposed to the dropping of a thermonuclear weapon on Japan because of moral scruples?
Yes, if I would, sir.
Oh, it's starting to shake again like last time.
You supported the dropping of the atom bomb on Japan.
What do you mean
didn't
support?
You supported it.
What do you mean support?
Well, you helped pick the target, didn't you?
I did my job. I was not in a policy.
Yeah, that was his job. He was,
I
yeah.
would have done anything I was asked.
Said it perfectly.
You would have built the H-bomb too, wouldn't you?
Oh, shit.
Damn, he's going nuts.
It's like he's about to snap.
If we did it, they would have to do it. Our efforts would only fuel their efforts, just as it had with the atomic bomb.
Just as it had with the atomic bomb, exactly.
Oh, what the hell's just...
That was a lot.
When did your strong moral convictions develop with respect to the hydrogen bomb?
A fair question. I get where they're going with this.
After that it had dropped.
When it became clear to me that we would tend to use any weapon we had.
He thought it was more like a deterrence than just to be used.
Having heard testimony from you and many of your current and former colleagues, has come to the unanimous conclusion that you are a loyal citizen.
Okay,
Together with your somewhat disturbing conduct on the hydrogen bomb program and the regrettable lack of candor in certain of your responses to this board, we have
Oh my
voted 2-1
goodness.
to deny the renewal of your security clearance.
2-1.
So what does it mean for him? He can't speak up anymore.
Well, he doesn't know the knowings of, you know, anything in that clearance now.
Don't they get the sheets?
Oh. That's so sad.
Is it official?
Well, there were a couple of unexpected holdouts.
Did I vote against him? And he wanted to call the press.
Young guy trying to make a name for himself didn't like what you did to Oppenheimer.
Oh, damn.
Oh, what?
Kennedy.
Oh. He made a name for himself, all right.
He turned the scientists against me one by one, starting with Einstein. I told you about that, Einstein.
I want to know what was actually said to Einstein. I feel like it's out of...
Is it possible they didn't talk about you at all?
100%
They spoke
possible.
about something more important.
More important than him. 100%.
Yeah, he made it all about him and he probably wasn't.
Look at that fake smile. Here we go, we get to see it. I knew we would. definitely a Christopher Nolan film when you get to see stuff like this.
You all thought that I had lost the ability to understand what had started.
That's what he said at the start.
Now it's your turn to deal with the consequences of your achievement.
Oh,
wow.
So he warned him.
They'll serve you salmon and potato salad.
That's why he said we'll see.
Like speeches.
Was that him? That's him as an old man. Holy shit.
Pat you on the back, tell you all is forgiven. Just
Yeah, after
remember,
everything they put you through.
it won't be for you.
Yeah, it'll be for them.
We thought we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the entire world.
I remember it well. What of it?
What of it?
I believe we did.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's why he was speechless. Damn. It wasn't even about the Strauss
I know,
idiot.
much more important than you, Strauss.
Oh my god.
Isn't that wild?
Damn, showing nuclear warfare.
Wow, look at it.
Yet again, I am very surprised and very pleased at their ability to make an incredible storytelling
Yeah.
of a historical moment.
That's what I mean though. It was like, I felt like so many stories at once. Obviously, like the retelling of history through a different lens, the story about Oppenheimer, and then, you know, the people around him. Like there's so many different
And
things
then
at
other
play.
historical figures, and you've got security interests
Yeah.
of each country. I just want to clarify, when I said yet again, I was going to continue that.
Oh,
but
sorry.
No, I was going to say that I'm referring to like Chernobyl really impressed us.
Oh, yeah.
And Oppenheimer, I was definitely a bit nervous coming into this one. A lot of people in the community were saying, you know, it's a solid movie, maybe not the best to react to because there's a lot of people saying sort of slow and long dialogue moments, but I didn't find that, especially as a first watch anyway. Like, I get what they mean, but I found the way in which the story was told very, very engaging.
Yeah.
And especially for the two of us who aren't the best versed in history. We're not great with history at all, to be honest. And I feel like a lot of things in this movie still went over our head that, you know, if we brush up a bit more on history and then rewatch it, would mean different.
We knew the basics.
Yeah, but in spite of that, I still think we're able to enjoy the story a lot.
They walk you through it quite a bit, I feel. Like they
And
do
that's
a
a
really
very,
good job.
very skillfully done, mind you, because I still don't feel like I fully have, like I feel like I need a rewatch where a lot of because the time points are very different.
Yeah.
Even the conversation had with Einstein,
Yeah.
you realize, you think it's being had much
Yeah.
earlier in the movie than it actually is.
Yeah.
And then you realize it's being had much later.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the timelines don't make sense until you rewatch, which I think I love the fact that Christopher Nolan really brought the Nolan to this historical event.
Oh, 100%.
He managed to write a movie or direct or whatever terminology is correct, but to make this movie and still bring that Nolan twist to it.
Yeah.
I think that's done beautifully.
I just found that there were so many layers to this. I don't even know where to begin, but isn't it crazy, I guess from the very beginning, isn't it crazy that from one like misinterpretation of a conversation, someone else just deep in thought, like walking past you, not acknowledging you or whatever, you plant the seed of
Someone being out to get you or
Yeah.
undermining you, yeah.
and it really, like, it wasn't the reality at all, like, but that becomes your reality. So then when it's almost like Christopher Nolan brought Inception to this in a way.
Yeah, it does feel cool.
Because, like, every decision that you make later on is then based off that misinformation. Just that concept alone, like, regardless of this scenario, how it played out or not, like, is mind-blowing because that happens on a day-to-day basis in so many different types of relationships at work, in, like, you know, intimate relationships with family, like, everything. And then the decisions that you make, how you treat someone, how you respond to someone, the your thoughts that maybe you weren't 100% certain on, you double down on now because, you didn't like the way you were treated and the other person has an opposing view. Yeah, the fact that can then inform the rest of your life and all your decisions and behaviors, I find is like crazy.
Well, I do find that interesting, I guess, on how much of this is historically accurate and how much of it is dramatized, because
Yeah, for sure.
was it done to that extent? Was it not? Again, another thing to read up on, but for the purpose of the movie, we added that twist on a more grounded level and built it up, and Strauss seemed like he was Oppenheimer's biggest supporter in a way. Like, he was so mesmerized by him, but really more in a manner of how he could make him be glorious.
Yeah.
Sort of consumed with his own glory. Whereas we see Oppenheimer, the way he's portrayed here anyway, it's interesting because it is a question like, why would you create an atomic bomb in the first place? Like, probably a question a lot of people will ask, why would you create something so devastating?
Yeah.
And you almost see it from a scientist's point of view that it wasn't that real for him to that extent.
Yeah.
That's why the moral conundrum comes later on, and we explore that moral conundrum too, because initially he was so focused on the science and the possibility on, being a hero and helping save your people and protect your people. You don't think about the cost of eventually when it's made, then you're dismissed. People much stronger in power beyond you, you've served your purpose. What happens when they don't need you anymore? And we see that.
Yeah.
They move on and you're
Gene
expendable.
was correct.
Yep.
But not only that, it's like then your association with certain people, it's like, how did you know at one point it's like it's a person? You're not seeing them as like labels on their head. You care about these people regardless of their political like ideologies, whatever. And so something that's so separate, and then another separate thing, and now this prosecution is literally like just jamming it all together. And it's like, these are your decisions, this is why you made them. I do like though how he didn't falter. Like, I felt like as Oppenheimer was getting questioned, I was like, I understand the way his brain is working, because you can think one thing about something else and you can, I don't know, you can feel a way about something, but then the facts are this. And then although, I'll give you an example. It's so hard to explain what I'm trying to say. But say, very simple terms, like a movie, sometimes like previously when we would speak about it before the channel, I'd be like, oh, this and this could have been changed and that could be wrong. And, I would have liked this better. And then Spartan's like, oh, then what would you rate the movie? You obviously hated it. And I go, oh, probably like 8 or 9 out of 10, which is pretty high. But that example is like, you can speak about the facts, but this is how I felt about it. The rating was how I felt, not what the facts are, in a way.
What I think is very well done about the plot twist at the end, to me anyway, the way I interpret it is that Oppenheimer's wife asking a question throughout these trials, why won't you fight? Why won't you fight? And what I think it reveals is that his discussion with Einstein already revealed how it was going to go down.
Yeah.
He already knew first they're going to try and attack you, they're going to try and bring you down, and in the end they'll throw you, they'll throw you that celebration, they'll pat you with awards, whatever, and it's not for you, it's for them.
Yeah.
And I think he had already accepted that, so he was so far ahead of where everyone else was that they were just focusing so much on the moment to moment, and he's just like, this is beyond our control.
Yeah.
Now I'm just got to go through the motions. This is the result of what I've done is this, and I've got to, accept the consequences.
So really his decision to just lay everything out on the record was an important one because, let everyone have that information, right? Don't fight, let everyone have that information. And then when that time comes where they come to make their decision later on in the future, when they're not so attached to the situation, then they have all that information to make their decision, and then obviously you get your awards and all your for them, not for you.
Yeah. I think it was so cool the way in which they portrayed both his thinking with the space scenes and the sort of atom scenes and just everything they had there.
You get to see the genius inside.
Yeah, it was really cool. Even the way he looks at space and you see it sort of warping, and the way they present his brain visually to us to get a bit of a glimpse into what his thinking might have been like, combined with the way they present the heaviness on his heart and his conscience with the world around him shaking and the light of the atomic explosion and seeing people's face peeling off, and just those representations really added to the movie. I mean, alongside some beautiful music choices as always with Christopher Nolan's films, and I just think the combination of that, you know, it really goes beyond just a historical film. Like,
Yeah.
because personally to me, you know, everyone's like, oh, this movie's being made, about the question of the atomic bomb, and I'm like, okay, like I'm not the biggest history buff, so when I hear those things, I'm usually like, okay, like it sounds more like a documentary. I know it's not, but it just sounds more like that. And I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, like doesn't make me run to go the same way, you know, other movies might capture my attention more, a bit more on the fantasy side or whatever. So when this is being presented, I'm kind of like, okay, and yet to leave me at the end of the movie being like, damn, that was so enjoyable and immersive.
Yeah.
It's written in a way that if you're not the biggest history person, we're going to make sure that, you know, like
you're going to enjoy
this regardless.
Yeah.
And it did that to me, and I was like, wow.
Yeah. But I think that also plays to like just seeing those like PTSD moments, and then especially the one where he was giving the speeches to people in the bleachers. It's like he is feeling and seeing an unreality, or the reality, you know, the result of what those bombs did in Japan. Like he's living those PTSD moments, but he's coherently giving a very proud speech, a very like, you know, everyone's clapping, but no one's seeing what's inside. So then when he's getting prosecuted, when he's getting questioned, it's like, oh, you were fine to say this and you're fine to say that, but really what's going on inside of him? When that moral conundrum, it's like, when did that happen? Inside we can see as viewers, but the rest of the world, when he's giving those speeches, they're not seeing that. They're like, oh no, you just made that decision, you were fine with this and whatnot.
They did a really good job on showing that in through his character, because in the beginning he's so sure that we loved him, you know, he was just so confident and he was always a step ahead and he would talk with so much certainty in himself, and they even deemed him like a prophet or, you know, someone that was just all-knowing. And then we really see him towards the end just more and more doubtful, more and more shaken up, not because the scientific calculations didn't stack up, but because his morality didn't stack up now.
Yeah.
The question of, damn, I was so caught up in the theory and the wonder,
The
that
excitement, the possibility.
yeah, that he didn't almost fully fathom the practicality of how it's going to go down. He almost didn't see that. Not almost, he probably didn't see it to the degree in which it was going to play out.
It's interesting,
and how bad, Pudgey, just and just how much it was going to weigh down on him, that whilst we focus on one version of what he was doing,
Yeah.
the lives and the cost and the damage that it was done and how it's changed the world forever, like that last line said, he had, just fathoming that sort of came later.
It is interesting though, like, because we're talking about separating those two, but he was very like knowing to some degree, and I guess that's why it can be a bit confusing, like for people on the outside looking in, because, you know, he does speak about wanting to protect his people and, you know, well, if we don't do it first, someone else is going to do it and all those things.
Well, doesn't his friend say something about that? His friend at some point says something about that they see he was a prophet, and he's like everything you say will be right, and it's almost like they're blinded by that when you've got that position of power, no one considers the possibility that you're still human, that you're still going to have, you know, missights or shortcomings. I don't think missights is a word, but I was trying to come up.
But like a bias.
Yeah. Nah, I was looking for a bias, but just limitations in your ability. You can only see the world through your lens.
Yeah.
And
which is a bias, essentially.
I do like how they added a lot about his life in it as well. Like, just little tidbits, but even a little bit on the apple and trying to poison his professor, but then pulling back on it. It's almost like two parts of himself really at war, and then even the love interests and the affairs, like he's very imperfect.
Yeah.
And it does remind me a little bit of, you know, I won't go into it, but if you know a bit about Carl Jung's life, and I think he references the Jungian's teachings anyway in this, but how some of these great thinkers, you know, it really took its toll to be able to confront the subject matter and the degree of thinking they did. Their personal lives are sort of all up and down, and you see this. And I mean, I know we shit canned his wife a little bit because she seemed like a, you know, questionable mother, but I can respect her as a wife. She did really stand by him as best as she could.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, maybe the scope of her relationship, I don't know what went on behind the scenes. In this movie anyway, she seemed like she didn't really take very fondly to being a mother, or she struggled with it a lot.
But also, could you imagine being married to someone who's not really present? They're really present in their minds, but in the outer world, not so much, because there's just so much going on in there. It really can be infuriating and frustrating.
Yeah, it'd be very lonely. But I just want to further my point, which is getting all those mini stories and the love affairs and the relationships and all of that, even adding Einstein in there and the little conversation with Heisenberg and how that's going to play as a competitor.
Yeah.
It really, beyond just the history, was a very good way to draw us into this story, draw us into the world through Oppenheimer's life and experiences and make us emotionally attached to it all.
Yeah.
And I have very high praise for how it was all done.
I agree. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the movie.
And if you do want early access to our reactions or to watch them in their uncut form, we'll leave a link to our Patreon in the description down below. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on one of our next reactions.
See you guys.